Yahoo!
Hell yeah.
Yahoo! Hello, my name's Tony Winchester. I'm with Tony's Talk Show, and I'm here with my friend ZMFB. Hell
Hey,
yeah!
how's it going?
Great, man. I'm hoping you're having a good evening.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's been great so far.
Yeah, man. I'm looking forward to a wonderful weekend. Hey, I'm looking forward to those San Francisco 49ers kicking those Kansas City Chiefs'
Oh yeah.
butts.
Yeah, it's
Hell
gonna be a good
yeah!
one. It's gonna be a really good game.
So,
So
that's all I think about nowadays. I get all these people give me a
yeah.
bad time because I'm pulling for the 49ers, Because, I live in Kansas City, so what the hell?
Yeah. Well, I am not a 49ers fan, even though I live in Northern California.
Yeah,
I'm a Steelers fan, but a lot of people I love the 49ers, so I'm
yeah,
rooting for them. They're like my second team, if I had to
cool.
pick a second team.
Now you're,
So
you're you're up in the state capital kind of area there, right?
yes, Sacramento, Cap City.
Cool.
Been here for 24 years now.
Well,
25.
you
Yeah.
can't hardly beat that.
Yeah.
Ace is in the audience. Hi, Ace. How are you?
Hey, Ace, how's it going?
Yeah. Hope you're having a good day, man. I love watching your stream. I love your beard. I love your hey.
I grew it myself.
Yeah, I love that. What do they call it? A nightcap?
Oh, my beanie.
Yeah, yeah.
Always wearing different beanies. I just got two new ones today.
Cool. They look sharp as hell. Now,
Love 'em.
now you have a full time gig going too, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
So what do you do on that?
So I am a certified massage therapist, uh, and advanced neuromuscular massage therapist and health educator. That's my official title.
Oh,
But I have my own business, my own studio that I practice out of, my private practice, and I do about 15 to 20 hours a week doing that. And I actually just picked up a part-time job at a spa doing like just kind of basic massage, and that is mostly for benefits and a W-2. So,
cool.
but yeah, it's a lot of fun. I love what I do, and I actually just kind of backed off of this whole goal, but I was trying to get into chiropractic college, so just kind of further my career, do some more holistic type work.
Mhm.
But that came with a giant price tag of $250,000.
Wow.
So I was like, yeah, I love what I'm doing already. I love my career already, and decided to just kind of stay here where I'm at with what I'm doing and just get better at it. So yeah, this is like my where I'm sitting now, just
Cool.
doing massage. So
Now you look like a great big mountain man. Do you ever go out into nature, or is that just
I would love to. I would love to do it more. One of my favorite places to go is Tahoe.
yeah?
I will drive up to Tahoe and just chill out there on the lake, and I even love going up to the redwoods. It's about a 3 hour drive for me. So I do like mountainy areas. So
When we were little kids, my dad took us to the redwoods, and there really was a tree there that was big enough to where they had carved out a roadway and built a road right in between the trees. So
yeah,
you could,
unfortunately, that tree just collapsed a few years ago.
yeah.
So it was kind of a bummer. But yeah, that tree was awesome. I've seen it before. You can drive your car right through the middle of that giant redwood.
Also, like up at Yosemite, we could go and watch the firefalls on the 4th of July.
Hmm.
Now, of course, they
That is,
don't do that anymore, but
yeah, that is one place in California I have not been yet. I think it's in California, right? Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
Yosemite is. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah, yeah. I have a lot of friends who go. That's where Half Dome is, right?
Right.
Yeah, I have a lot of friends who have gone there and taken pictures of them hiking Half Dome, but the one place in California I've never been, and I'd love to go one of these days.
Like 30 or 40 years ago, they would build and I mean, this went on for like 100 years. Up on top of it, they would build a big, huge bonfire and then use caterpillars to push it off.
Hmm.
And it would look like a waterfall, only it would be fire, okay?
Oh, that's
And,
cool.
and they would do that on 4th of July.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, but, unfortunately, there are some people who got involved and said, no, you're destroying nature and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, I feel it. That's just California for you. Anything you do.
Yeah, our friend Nathan's, our friends Nathan's in the office. I mean, chat, Nathan J. Jensen, welcome to the show tonight.
Hey Nathan, how's it going?
You know, the way I know you, and I've known you for about 3 years, I think now, okay, is from, Twitch. And
Yeah.
I was just curious, how long have you been watching Twitch?
Ooh, on and off for like about 3 years or so, but really consistently the past 6 months. Yeah, I just kind of one day logged into Twitch while I was grinding out whatever skill in RuneScape, and I just stayed. And that was like 6, 7 months ago.
Cool.
So yeah, it's been like an everyday thing now. But I've tried Twitch many times before recently, which is random games I was playing, but never had like the whole setup. I just had like my laptop and no mic or anything, and never went anywhere. But recently, just started. I think I just hit 4 months of streaming. So I started streaming 4 months ago.
Now, as a viewer, when did you start?
Yeah, about 3 years ago.
Who were a couple of the people that you watched and you really liked when you first started?
I never watch like the big streamers that have thousands of people watching, just because I prefer like smaller streams where you can like interact with the streamer and actually talk to them. So you, for instance, you were one of the first people I followed. I guess the only like big name streamer that I follow, his name is Towley. He does World of Warcraft, and I just like his personality, even though that is kind of a bigger streamer.
Right.
And then I'm looking at my little list right here. And then of course like Will and Eric, and then James. I can never say his last name right. Reiki.
Yeah, I have no idea how to say it either. You know.
Yeah, I always say Reiki because that's like a Reiki massage. But
I always think he has such a nice personality, and he's so lovely about everything. You know.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, and he's a really good player. You know.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's from New Zealand, right?
Yes, okay. New Zealand. Now he is almost a whole day ahead of me.
Right.
As far as time zones, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm probably closer to him than I am to a lot of American people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know a couple of people I know from New Zealand, and you subtract 5 hours, and then like for an example, if it's 7 o'clock at night for me, I subtract 5 hours, and that puts it at 2 o'clock the next day for the person in New Zealand. You know.
Yeah.
So that's a weird way of doing it, but that's how I do it. So.
Hey, it makes sense. As far as other streamers, there's an old school streamer I watch named SparkMac, and then Foximus Prime. I actually found out about her through Tony's talk show.
Wow, yeah. She's a real nice lady. She's been a real good friend to me. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
And I really like her a lot. I kind of think of her as a granddaughter, you know?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So her and I had some good conversations, and been, about Twitch and then just about life and stuff, you know what I mean? And she's really, really cool.
Mm-hmm.
And since I met her, she's grown and grown and grown and grown in the Twitch world, you know? She's getting big time.
Yeah, I think the last time I was in there, there's a couple hundred people in there, and when I first started watching her, she only had probably 20, averaged about 20, 30.
Yeah.
Started following her.
So, as far as Twitch goes, what are your aspirations? What are you hoping to achieve?
Honestly, as many emotes as I can. That's one of my favorite parts about being a streamer, is creating my own emotes. As far as getting to partner, I don't know if that's a goal of mine, but if it happens, it happens. I honestly just like getting on and talking. It makes playing RuneScape a lot more interesting if I have a group of people I can talk to while I'm doing it.
Yeah.
That's honestly why I got the second monitor and had the and to be able to pull up Twitch while I'm playing RuneScape. So, but yeah, honestly, just having a community of really cool people that can hang out with while I'm gaming.
Yeah.
So
What was the
it's the
first
main
game?
reason.
What was the first game you ever played?
Ooh, ever played? I mean, that's going back to like Sega Genesis days.
Yeah.
And I remember like Sonic. Yeah, Sonic was like the first game I played a lot when I was little.
Yeah.
And it just kind of spiraled from there.
Now, I'm pretty sure I remember you telling me that you have a, uh, oh God, what's a nice way to put it? I don't think your better half. How's that?
Oh, my girlfriend?
Yeah,
Yeah. Yep, I have a girlfriend.
good. That way leaves. That way, there's no mistakes with all these young girls on here. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
Chasing
yeah.
after a young, handsome guy like you. Hell yeah.
Yeah, all of them. Yeah, we actually just celebrated our second anniversary. It was, let's say, 10 days ago.
Cool.
So, yeah, 2 years, and we live together. Every now and again, she'll walk by, and people will see her on stream.
Uh-huh.
Somebody might chat when she leaves for work really early, usually when I'm streaming. So, or when I'm ending, like getting close to ending my stream, but she'll walk by and say bye to me and everything. And people in my chat have called her Mrs. ZMFB before. It's kind of
Yeah,
funny.
right. I like that.
Yeah.
Now, is she a gamer at all?
No. No. She does play a lot of Pokemon Go on her phone.
Yeah.
But as far as like getting on here, I think I've talked her into. Well, she says she might try RuneScape one of these days, but I think it'd be a cool idea to get her on my stream trying out RuneScape. So I think that'd be a lot of fun. But I know she's not too big of a gamer.
All right. Well, I think that's cool as hell.
Oh yeah.
Um, are you a car guy?
Not really. I mean, I do like cars, yes, but I have no clue on how to work on them. I have a bunch of friends that are mechanics, so I'll just be like, "Hey, here's my car, fix it."
Yeah, I understand completely.
I know basic stuff, like how to change my oil or my tire, small things, basic maintenance. But yeah, my absolute favorite car, though, if I had to pick one, it's between the Chevy Silverado and the Dodge Challenger. Those are my two favorites.
Right on.
And when it comes to the Challenger, I don't need the Hellcat. That would be sick to have, but I would probably kill myself in that thing. So
Yeah. Yeah, if you go too fast, it can cause you problems, that's for sure.
yeah, definitely. So I drive like a grandma, not gonna lie. When I first started driving when I was like 16, 17, I got 3 speeding tickets within like 2 months of each other. And ever since I've gotten older and wiser, our ongoing joke is Google Maps says it'll take us 15 minutes there. I'll get us there in 20. So
Now, in the gaming world, what game would you say you were the best at?
oh, Rock Band, hands down. When it came to Rock Band or Guitar Hero, those are the ones where it's like I was able to play every song on expert. Yeah, it's unfortunate. It's so expensive to get the game now. Like they don't make it anymore. So I've been trying to find it for Xbox, and it's like at least $500 for the whole band set. So I'm just waiting for them to like come out with a new Guitar Hero or Rock Band or something like that.
Yeah.
So, but that was my absolute favorite game in high school. That and RuneScape. But as far as what I was good at, it was that, and then Halo Reach was the Halo I was the best at, and they just released remastered it about a month ago. So I was playing that for a little bit. But
On RuneScape, they come out with a couple of new things in the last week or so.
oh yeah,
Like the hub. Do you like the hub?
I do like the hub, and I actually people were saying it was going to make the max guild worthless, and it kind of does, with the exception of the GE that's in the max guild. But I think it's great because everybody's going to lose the max guild here in the next month or so anyways. So I honestly think the hub is great. It makes it to where I'm not gonna have to force myself to rush to get to max again when that new skill comes out. So,
Are you
but
looking
I
for?
like.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I also like how you can buy the life and aura refreshes too. That makes it great too.
Yeah. Um, are you looking forward to the new skill coming out?
I am and I'm not at the same time. Obviously, I'm a little skeptical based on the last few skills that have come out. I hope it's not. I hope it's entertaining to do, but I also hope it's not overly complicated. To me, invention is overly complicated, and then divination, the skill before that came out, is just boring. So I
Yeah.
hope they can find a good in the middle of those two. So it's not just another gathering skill, but it's also not overly complicated like invention is to me.
Yeah.
To me, anyway. Some people just understand it like that, but
Right. Yeah, I think invention's really, really complicated too,
yeah.
and you have to put a lot of time and thought into it to take advantage of it.
Hmm.
But one
Oh
thing's for
yeah.
sure, it offered a whole bunch of different things that made you be able to do a lot more damage, or maybe do
Oh
this
yeah.
or do that,
Yeah.
and so it's one of them deals where it's a pain in the ass, but you're screwed if you don't do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
And I'm afraid that this new skill that they're coming out with is really going to be kind of like divination was for invention.
Yeah.
If without it, you don't have anything. So I think they're probably going to do this, new skill, then come out with a new skill after that that takes advantage of the things that are involved in divination, like divination was.
Hmm.
Because divination, what was it? You just saved energy, saved energy, saved energy, saved
Yeah.
energy. And then
That
finally
was.
they come out with a skill where you needed it and you could use it.
Hmm. Yeah, that's when divination came out, I was all about saving up all my energies that I got so I could sell them because
Huh?
everyone was buying them to get to 99 first. So I saw it as an opportunity to make some money
Yeah.
when that came out.
Are you a coffee drinker?
Oh yeah, I just finished it, but I got my Dutch Bros right here.
All right.
I it's like one of the first things I do in the morning is I'll either go to Dutch Bros or Starbucks and get my latte. Like we have coffee at the house, but it's just not the same.
Yeah. Well, you won't mind if I reach over here and grab a cup then, right?
Oh no, you're good. You're
Good.
good.
Thank you.
That was funny. Recently at Dutch Bros, they asked me if I wanted any flavor in there, and they asked me if I wanted to try it with sugar-free chocolate.
Uh-huh.
I was like, "Oh yeah, throw that in there." I was thinking about it, I was like, you basically just turn my latte into a mocha, like the same thing. So I've been switching between lattes and mochas lately.
Huh.
But
Hey,
I'm not all about the sugary drinks. I don't like putting sugar in it.
now, earlier you said you've been streaming for about 4 months, okay?
Yes.
All right. When you first started and over the last 4 months, could you shout out two or three people who have been really helpful to you and I don't know, maybe a moderator or maybe just a friend in your chat or whatever, whoever's been
Oh yeah.
helpful.
Honestly, Will has been extremely helpful with me getting my whole stream set up and just helping me in general with like different emotes and stuff and you know just gameplay in general when I'm playing RuneScape, helping me with my setups. Um, my mods are Texas Popo and Bopples, and
Cool.
they've both been really great with monitoring chat and all that fun stuff. Um, Chaw plays, Cuban Fires, and Frenetics. Frenetics is my first ever sub.
Cool.
But Chaw plays and Cuban Fires are always in my chat, like whenever I'm streaming. So, and there's a few others too. I just don't can't think of them off the top of my head, but I have a good
Well,
solid like core group that are always there when I'm streaming.
yeah, I think that's cool as hell. I really do.
Hmm.
Um, what's your favorite movie?
Absolute favorite movie is Elf with Will Ferrell.
Right on.
Like I've seen it a million times. every time I'm still laughing my ass off, and
Yeah.
it's great. It was like a tradition for me and my dad to watch it every year,
Uh-huh.
and we haven't watched it in a while, and I still have yet to get Shannon, my girlfriend, to watch it. We tried one time, but we both fell asleep.
I thought it was funnier than hell, the way his dad treated him.
Oh yeah, yeah, it's funny. He's eating the gum off the railing in New York City.
Yeah.
So
He's made so many movies that are so funny.
yeah, oh yeah, I love Will Ferrell. His recent ones, uh, the what is it, Daddy's Home? They did with Mark Wahlberg. Those ones were funny too.
Yeah. Um, do you ever travel? Have you traveled in your life?
Yeah, I want to travel more. Recently to New Orleans, and that's like my first big trip in a long time.
Uh-huh.
Well, I mean, last year around the same time I went to Virginia to see my little bro, Nathan. He was living out there before he moved back here, and then yeah, then recently we just went to New Orleans. I think I'm also planning on going out to Kansas City for Rune West in September.
Cool.
And then for my 30th birthday, which is coming up not this June, but next June, we're planning on going out to New York City. That's like one of my bucket list places to go visit because I love architecture and buildings and stuff. So,
Yeah. Well, I'm shocked that you're 28 years old.
oh, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why, but I just thought you were like, I don't know, 25, 26.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was born in 91.
I was born in 53.
Yeah.
You have no idea how trippy that is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm going, damn. It's not just last century, but it's almost the first half of last century.
Yeah. Yeah. That's insane. You got to see a lot of the technology. Well, I mean, in my lifetime, I've seen technology kind of go crazy, but you got to see way more of it. Just
I swear
how
to you,
fast
when I was 5 years old, there was no TV.
yeah,
Okay.
I believe it.
So, if you want to talk about how fast things changed, okay, when I was
Yeah.
5 years old, there was no TV, okay,
Yeah.
and believe me, and there was damn sure no cell phones.
Yeah.
I'll tell you a quick story about me, and I don't want to really talk about me. I want to talk about you, but
That's all good.
this is a good one. Um, Ma Bell, Pac Bell.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they came out with a pager. Okay,
Yeah.
this is way before cell phones, obviously, or anything like that. But it was the first phase to finally get into cell phones.
Mm-hmm.
But they came out with a pager, and they went and they said, and I went down and I bought a pager, and the pager was $125. That was a lot of money in the 80s. Okay.
Yeah.
So anyway, I bought this pager, and they said, do you want to pay 25 cents per call after like 500 calls? Or do you want to play a flat rate of like $30 a month, okay? And I said, I'll go ahead and take the 500 free calls, and I'll pay a quarter for everything after that, okay?
Yeah.
I got my first bill, and it was for $1,100.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hey, so needless to say, I didn't pay the bill, and I threw the pager
Yeah.
away, okay?
Yep.
But I learned a valuable lesson then, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because, I like at the time I had the bar, and there'd, be some drunk girl, and she'd just sit there and call and call and call and call and call, or drunk
Oh, yeah.
guys, and they'd just call and call and call and call,
Yeah.
And it was bizarre, and I just turned it off, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And, I had no idea that it could be $1,100, but I swear to God it was,
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I kind of did something similar when I was 13. I got my first cell phone. It was a little flip phone. It was awesome, little Samsung.
Mm-hmm.
But my parents were like, "It's for phone calls." Texting was brand new, so they didn't realize we needed like a texting plan or anything. There wasn't unlimited texting yet, but each text was 10 cents. It was like 15 cents to send one and 10 cents to receive one, or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got my phone for Christmas when I was 13, and a month later I got my phone taken away from me because I had a bill that was almost $1,000.
Yeah.
and it was mostly for my phone number. So, but yeah, all of us were texting each other. And that was back before there was a full keyboard, so doing that T9 stuff, that was insane.
Yeah. Now, you know, I grew up in the San Joaquin Valley. Sacramento technically is in the San Joaquin Valley.
Oh yeah,
I used to read the Fresno Bee all the time. Now,
yeah,
you up there, you guys have the Sacramento Bee, right?
yes,
And did you grow up reading the paper, or were you ever into
yeah.
newspapers?
I was Auburn paper. There's a picture of me when I played basketball in high school,
Hmm.
and I made the front cover of the sports section, and that was cool. I still have it somewhere. But yeah, it was like the Auburn Tribune up in Placer County. But yeah, I grew up reading the comics all the time. Like I would take the comics. My stepdad would take the sports section. But yeah, and it was always cool finding like in the Sacramento Bee when the morning after a basketball game, going in and just finding our score, my school in there. And you can see they put last names and scores in the little
Yeah,
box underneath it, and that was always cool trying to find my name. So yeah, Sacramento Bee.
I think that is cool.
Yeah.
You know, we were talking about technology and things that have changed and this and that and this and that.
Hmm.
Mod in chat says Yahoo.
Yahoo!
Yeah.
Hell yeah!
Um, Newspapers have practically ceased to exist.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, it's just all digital now.
yeah, I mean, like if a dam breaks and the city gets wiped out, well, you've already watched it on 5 different cable TV, or regular TV channels.
Yeah.
Who wants to buy a newspaper to read about it?
Hmm.
So, and even people used to use the newspapers to get jobs, right?
Yeah.
And you might still, but I'm just saying. Most of the time now, you can just hunt for a job right on the internet. So
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of weird though. When you get your business license out here, and you're doing a DBA, so a fictitious name, you
Right.
still have to put it in the newspaper.
Yeah,
that
you've got to publish it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's kind of crazy.
A lot of people don't know what DBA is, but it means doing business as.
Yeah.
And the bank won't give you a checking account, and the city hall won't give you a business license, and it's unbelievable until you've published that.
Yeah.
And they required, I think, at least one time. And most places require that you do it on Sunday. Now, why I don't know,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
pretty bizarre.
Yeah.
I was telling people about the liquor licenses out in California.
Mm.
They issue them based on the number of population in a county. Okay.
Yeah.
And you actually buy it. Now, let's say the state of California is going to issue a new liquor license. Well, it's done on a lottery basis. Everybody puts up like $10,000, and the license probably sells for $25,000 that you buy from the state. And once you bought it, it's yours, and you can do anything you want to with it, including sell it.
Yeah.
Now, I think usually on the sell it part, you have to have maintained a place for like 1 year or whatever. But the point is, when a new liquor when you want to, let's say you wanted to open a hotel and you wanted to have a bar in the hotel, you actually have to go buy a liquor license from somebody who already has it. And sometimes people pay, like down in LA County, they might pay $1.5 million for a liquor license.
Yeah.
Same in San Francisco County, Now, I don't know, Fresno and Sacramento probably not that high dollar thing yet, but they'll go to some guy who has some country bar or whatever, you know what I mean, or a little bar, and make him a deal and make him rich,
Yeah.
But it's sky high prices, just like real estate there,
Yeah. Yeah. I know liquor licenses are pretty crazy to come by. Because me and a buddy were actually looking into opening up a bar. But there's a lot of little tap rooms that have been opening up because your beer and wine license.
Right. It's like $500. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You can get those are a dime a dozen.
Now
So
you do pay a renewal fee every year, but
Yeah.
it's like $500 for a beer and wine license. But if you want to sell hard liquor, it's it's unbelievable, And it's all based on population. Hey, if the city don't grow, then you ain't getting any new ones issued,
Yeah.
And like I said, you gotta keep and maintain a bar during the first year before you can even sell it once you won the lottery, you know?
Yeah.
So it's pretty
Yeah,
bizarre.
we see a lot. We see a lot of bars just Roseville, specifically where I'm from, but there's a little downtown area in Roseville, and that's where all the bars are, all the nightlife is. And there's a bar that's been there for like 90 years, and it
Yeah.
used to be for all the railroad workers called the Onyx. But all the bars around it, they'll open up a year later. It's a different bar, or it's closed, or it's waiting for approval of whatever license, or and that's just every other bar around it.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's like a lot of bars will be popping for like 6 months, and then
Yeah.
there's this brand new one in its place.
Mud in chat. What we're doing right now is we're interviewing ZMFB, but let's just say you had a real question for ZMFB. Not some crazy stuff, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Then hey, just type it in chat, and we'll address it. That's for sure. Yeah.
Oh,
Anybody
yeah.
who has any questions, or I mean, as long as they're respectful, we'll be happy to make sure we address it. On any topic. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
ZMFB, do you get high?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
all the time.
Yeah. And what's your favorite drink?
Dr. Pepper or espresso, top two. I don't drink alcohol that much anymore. But if I had to pick a beer, it would be 805, which is from Firestone Walker Brewery down in Santa Barbara County. And then Guinness. I do like Guinness. So those little White Claws that are going around now, those are pretty good though too. Those don't even taste like alcohol.
When I was a kid, they had two beers, Coors or Bud. Oh, and then Miller came out.
Yeah. Yeah, those White Claws, it's just seltzer water, and it's hard seltzer, and that's like the new trend going around. Bud Light just released a seltzer. So it's those are pretty good. I like them. My girlfriend gets those all the time, so I'll have one every now and again. But yeah, I usually stick to Dr. Pepper or coffee.
I'm pretty much in the same boat.
Yeah.
I like milk once in a while too.
Yeah. Well, my coffee's like 99 or 90% milk with like shots of espresso in it. So I feel it.
I'm real happy. Life's been going good for me, and
That's awesome.
I hope the same for you.
Yeah.
Every time I talk to you, you seem like you're in a good mood and things are going good. And, yeah. So that's good. When your professional life and your entertaining life and your love life and is all going great, then it makes it nice.
Oh yeah, just makes it a whole lot easier.
And at least you got some buddies to fix your car when it breaks down.
Yeah. That's
There's
the cool
nothing
thing
more
too.
frustrating.
Yeah.
And I hate it.
Oh, man.
I hate it when they come over to fix your car, and they open the hood, and within 2 seconds they got it started and it's running great. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And you go, oh God, yeah, man. Talk about making me look bad in front of the girl.
When it comes to fixing cars, I'm good at holding the flashlight for my buddies. But
Right on. I clicked the wrong button there for a split second.
No,
I
it's all
apologize.
I was like, where did I go?
Somebody keeps sending me messages in Discord, you know what I mean? And I'm going, what the hell? So Will was kind of instrumental in getting you helping you get started, huh?
Yeah. He helped me a lot with there's what is it called? Better Twitch emotes, and there's another one. But basically getting all those emotes set up, getting a lot of commands set up.
Yeah.
And helping me get my Discord set up too, or certain things in my Discord.
Huh?
So, because I do have my own Discord, and I am totally clueless when it comes to any of that. So, like, I have the Nitro thing, and I have no idea what benefit you get from Nitro.
Me either.
So, but I got a free 3-month thing from Xbox Live. So I'm trying it out. Haven't noticed a difference yet.
I see Chimscape in our chat, and he says, hell yeah. Yahoo!
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So do you have a phrase that you like to use a lot, or?
I say I feel it a lot. Like, and somebody says, "Oh, blah blah blah, my day is whatever," and I'm just like, I feel it, man. I say that a lot. But also lately, when anything slightly that could be taken in a sexual sense, even if it's not meant that way, I always just say hot.
Huh.
HAWT, and that's my newest emote. So that's like the one that's stuck. So
One of the things I got excited about was, or not excited, but I just thought it was cool as hell. When you first started streaming, there was a bar in the background.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's actually,
Oh,
you can
okay.
see it over there.
Yeah, yeah,
I just rearranged my I
yeah,
rearranged my whole desk, so now it's not really in the background anymore, but
yeah.
I kind of made it
I used to think,
flow
what a
better.
cool bar, man. That is really, really cool. I like that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, it's awesome when I don't cook because I'm horrible at it, but my girlfriend is an amazing cook. So a lot of times when she's in the kitchen, I'll just sit at that bar and chill, talk to
Hmm.
her, and
Yeah. Well,
but
that's a good thing.
mhm.
Uh, have you been to any professional sports live?
Yes, I've been to one NFL game, and it was a playoff game between the Titans and the Chargers when they were in San Diego. And that was when I was in high school, and that
Uh-huh.
was really cool because we were like right there on the 50-yard line. My former stepfather was a huge Chargers fan.
Right on.
Um, and then I've gone to a lot of Kings games over the years. Um, but I'm a when it comes to basketball, I'm a Lakers fan. Um, haven't been recently. Ever since Kobe retired, I stopped watching the Lakers, and I, kind of said I was a Kings fan after that. But
Hmm.
um, I was a huge Kobe Bryant fan growing up, and I got to see him play the Rockets. The Lakers play the Rockets in the playoffs that year. I think this was 2007 or 2009. Yeah, 2009. And yeah, again, we were like right there on the lower level. I got to see Yao Ming. This dude was a giant. I got to
Yeah.
meet him that year. I was still in high school, but I was like looking up at Yao Ming. Ron Artest was playing on the Rockets that year before he went to the Lakers. But yeah, and then I've gone to not professional baseball, but I've been to a lot of River Cats games.
Right. That's
So
semi-pro. Yeah.
Sacramento, yeah,
Yeah.
they're basically the Giants, I believe.
Right.
Like the
I think they're a
Giants.
triple A team for the Giants. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I'll
So
tell you something funny. You were said the Kings. You know where the
mhm.
Kings were before they were in Sacramento?
Yeah, Kansas City. I
Yeah.
believe they came over here in 85,
Yeah.
something like that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And the Oakland A's, they were the Kansas City Athletics before they became the
That
Oakland Athletics.
that I didn't know. I did
Yeah.
not know that.
So that Northern California just stole Kansas City's
Yeah.
baseball team and basketball team.
Hey, Seattle lost the Sonics, and they were trying to steal the Kings from us. So, um, it's like our mayor Kevin Johnson,
Yeah.
Vladi Divac, Shaquille O'Neal, and a bunch of other like big like rich people in the area all came together to buy the Kings
Yeah.
from the Maloofs, so that the team wouldn't be sold to Vegas or Seattle.
Yeah. So it would
So,
stay in Sacramento. Yeah.
oh yeah, yeah, everyone loves the Kings around here. I actually got to meet just the other day. I met Doug Christie.
Right
I
on.
don't remember him. I
I
ran
do.
into him at Whole Foods. I was working there, providing chair massage for all their employees, and it was Christmas Eve. And I was standing in line. I had to get a card and a bag for a present, and standing in line, I'm like, holy shit, that's Doug Christie right there. So I like shook his hand. Didn't want to take a picture or anything.
Yeah.
Just he was with his kid, and it's Christmas Eve. Didn't want to make a huge deal about it. Be that guy,
Yeah.
but that was kind of cool.
We have a star in chat. Leah
Oh yeah.
Adorable.
Oh hey,
Leah
Lee Adorable. How's it
Adorable.
going? Good to see you.
Yahoo! Thank you for coming by, Leah Adorable, and tell Max we said all the best too. Yeah. Heck yeah.
Actually,
Remember?
my
I'm sorry.
my first ever stream, Lee Adorable hopped in, and me and her were killing Krill together, and God Wars 1.
Right on.
Yeah, I remember that.
Um, if you had to pick up, she says, cut them, cut them,
Yeah,
cut
we
them.
we
We
cut
cut
them.
them. Yeah, hell yeah.
Oh,
Damn, I met her at Rune West. Her and
awesome.
her husband. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And you would think, cut them, cut them, cut them. You'd be a little nervous around her. She's one of the sweetest people in the whole world. No kidding, man. Just really, really wonderful.
Yeah.
And I really like her a lot. Um, if you were able to pick out, some places that you'd like to go visit,
Mhm.
what would maybe be like your top three? Okay, I know people say, oh, the Eiffel Tower or oh, the Great Wall of China, but what would your top three be?
Um, I would definitely like to make it down to Australia. As far as like international travel, um, I don't know where exactly, but just kind of be down there, probably like the more touristy area.
Hmm.
I would love to go to South Korea or like Tokyo or I like cities that have a lot of buildings and architecture. I used to be a photographer, and that's my favorite place to go was San Francisco and just take pictures of the buildings, and even in downtown Sacramento. Um, but I would also like to just go somewhere up in Canada too, just be up there with a bunch of Canadian people. I don't know why. Um, I do like fishing a lot too, and we did go fishing in Alaska one time, so I'm sure the fishing up in Canada is like
Wow,
pretty great too.
fishing in Alaska, that would be so cool.
We went when I was 15 and when I was 17, and it was really awesome. The first trip up there, we were on a boat for a whole week, like in the little inlets in southern Alaska, and throwing out like crab pots and shrimp pots and pulling them up in the morning, and that was our breakfast. Like that was really cool. And then the second time we stayed in a cabin and we took little trips. We took one of those little like float planes over a glacier and we
Yeah,
landed in this like lake. And while we're fishing, there's like bears and eagles everywhere. It's pretty crazy. I think I still have videos of that somewhere. But yeah, it's like 10, 11 years ago.
that sounds like a lot of fun to me.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Um, what kind of food do you like? Like you said, breakfast.
I
So I'm just curious what
oh
kind of
yeah.
food you like.
I eat just about anything except tomatoes. That's like the one thing I'm like, no tomatoes on it. Um, if I had to pick like my favorite like kind of fast food, definitely either Taco Bell or Chick-fil-A.
Uh huh.
Um, but like if I'm cooking something, if I cook, it's usually like barbecue. That's what I'm good at. The only thing I can do is like steak and any sort of barbecue type food. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, macaroni and cheese is like my favorite anywhere. Like you can get it at Chick-fil-A, you can get it at Noodles and Company out here, or even at KFC, and I will love it.
Right
Absolute favorite.
on. That's cool as hell.
Mm,
Now, in Fresno, they used to have the county fair, and it would come and it would be there for like 3 weeks. Okay.
yeah.
Now, I'm assuming that in Sacramento they have a state fair.
Oh yeah, they have the state fair at Cal Expo every year.
Now, have you been a couple of times or?
Oh yeah, yeah. I don't go every year, but we did go this last year, and actually, that's where I got my big giant Charmander that sits in the back,
Right on.
playing all the games.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, a lot of cool things to see from all around the state, but a lot of good food as well. So sometimes a lot of crazy type food there. Like they had deep fried alligator one year,
Uh
and
huh.
then they had a maggot burger. So it was gross. I didn't try it, but
Yeah.
they were advertising the hell out of that thing, and I was like, I'm gonna stay away. It's all you guys.
In
But every
Fresno,
time
they
you
had
go,
something called fried butter, believe it or not. Okay.
oh yeah, 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 they had that out here too.
And it
At
was
our,
really good. Now,
that's just
I was
like
happy just to
instant
eat
heart
the corn
attack.
dogs. When I was a kid, I was happy just to eat the corn dogs. That's the truth.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
So,
That and the funnel cakes.
now, what was your favorite game and what was your favorite ride?
I don't really go on fair rides. Like, if I go to the fair, I'm not going to get on those. They're meant to be easily broken down,
Yeah.
and I just don't trust them. But I do like playing the arcade games. All the little ones that are supposed to kind of deceive you into how easy it is. I
Uh-huh.
like figuring those out and being able to do them. That's how I won this, and my Charmander. But anything with the darts too. Like I like we pop the balloons with the darts and stuff.
Yeah.
But when it comes to rides, if I'm going to like Marine World, which is now Discovery Kingdom,
Uh-huh.
or Disneyland, I'll get on every single ride.
Yeah.
Any Six Flags ride. So, but
You
yeah,
know,
those little pop up fairs, nope, not getting on them.
I've been to Disneyland in Anaheim a few times, and I had a
Yeah,
good time there. But mostly when I was a lot younger.
yeah.
The last time I went, I took my nephew Laban there,
Hmm.
and he went crazy. He was the happiest guy in the world.
Oh yeah. I haven't been to Disneyland in, oh, I mean, this coming from someone who used to go every year. I haven't been in like 5 years, and they just came out with Star Wars Land, Galaxy's Edge, and they have a life-size Millennium Falcon that you can walk in. And me being the Star Wars nerd I am, I really need to get down there to go see that. So
Yeah.
it's like one of the things I really want to do here soon.
You know who Mr. DJ Silva is?
I've seen him a lot in the chat and
He's
in your chat.
he's a streamer and he specializes in Star Wars.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he plays all these Star Wars games and
Yeah,
he knows every little detail about Star Wars.
yeah, that's awesome.
I watched the first Star Wars and the second Star Wars, and I
Hmm.
never watched another one ever.
Oh, why is that?
And I don't know, I just never
No.
did. So
Yeah, just
and
didn't interest you.
and Star Wars, you know, uh, it was the Empire Strikes Back, and I can't remember, but I think in the numbers, it's technically number four and number five were
Yeah,
actually number one and number two coming out.
yeah.
Hi, Rush Remix. How you doing? Yeah, I'm here with ZMFB, and he's a
Hell
RuneScape
yeah.
streamer. And I shouldn't say that because he from time to time he'll stream other games, and he likes streaming
Yeah.
other games too. But he's
RuneScape's like the
primarily a
home game,
RuneScape.
though.
Yeah, and he's been a real good friend to us for a long time now.
Hmm.
Like I said, I think you have known each other for like 3 years. I think.
Yeah, about there.
Um, what's your favorite part of RuneScape?
Recently it has been bossing, but I honestly, in early years of RuneScape or me playing RuneScape, I did a lot of fishing, like fishing and fire making. Those are like my two favorite skills. And then, so like every now and again, if I just kind of get bored of like having to think while I'm playing, I'll just set my character there to fish. I'll just chill and fish for a
Yeah.
little bit. So, but yeah, yeah. Lately though, it has been bossing and trying to complete collections and all that fun stuff.
Well,
So
you've been
getting drops.
destroying Bandos.
Oh
I see
yeah,
it on the chat come up today. Like in an hour, you got like three big drops from Bandos.
yeah. I actually within a 2 hour period, I ended up with 8 drops.
Yeah,
Uh, it was insane. Everyone and hit me up in my personal messages
yeah,
saying, "Hey, say some luck for the rest of us." It's like it's not the drop I want. I'm trying to get the pet right now, and that's why I've been grinding it out. And
yeah.
it'll come though.
So, how many pets do you think you have?
In RuneScape,
Yeah.
I have 0 boss pets, and I have 5 skilling pets
Huh?
and 1 combat pet. I have the Constitution pet, Morty, and then I have, let's see if I can remember them. I have the farming pet, which I actually got the farming pet, which it's pretty funny to me, but all I was doing was shoveling yak shit at my farm, and
Uh-huh.
it just gave me the pet. Then I have the invention pet, which I just got, the fishing pet, and what are the others? Dungeoneering. I got that from sitting in a hole for a week at that event. And then there's one more. I know I have one. Oh, I have divination and fletching. So I have 7 pets.
Right on. Cool.
Yeah.
Now, which boss pet would you want if you could just get? Somebody would just give you one.
Right.
Which one would you want?
Right now, Bandos. So I can never do Bandos again.
He is cute, isn't he?
Yeah, he's cool. He's cool. I like that. But I think as far as like, I think the Telos pet looks really cool. I just want to be able to get better at Telos. So I think that would be cool. That or the Araxi pet. Those are like the two. Yeah. Two of the bigger boss pets that I'd like.
Leodorable says, "Oh goodness, I should be doing that AFK right now."
Yeah.
That's funny. She's so sweet.
Oh yeah.
So you do plan on coming to Rune West, huh?
I am planning on it. Yeah. I was actually meaning to hit you up for info on like the exact hotel and stuff, so I can. I know it's cheaper if you book in advance.
Yeah, it's going to be Labor Day weekend.
Yeah.
I believe it's going to be at the same place it was last year, the Holiday Inn. Yeah.
Okay.
It's going to be.
That's the one that's right next to the airport, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And,
Cool.
and also right next to the great big huge building where we actually rent the hall. Okay.
Okay.
This is really a first class place, man. I'm not just saying that.
Yeah. Well, it looked nice
Yeah.
in the videos.
Yeah. And they spent millions and millions of dollars on building that one building with the hall. I mean, we rented the smallest room they had, and it held 600 people. Okay.
Yeah.
They have 3 more rooms there. 2 of them probably hold, I don't know, 9,000 people. You know.
Yeah.
And I saw a video of a boxing event they had there, and they had 4 different boxing rings set up inside.
Oh
Plus
wow.
bleachers, and it was unbelievable.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, of course the problem is, they want $7,000 a day for it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But anyway, we couldn't fill the smallest one, so
Yeah.
But we had 49 people there, and every single one of them were fantastic.
Well, that's good.
So what we're doing this year is on September 5th, which is a Saturday, and September 6th, which is a Sunday. We'll start at 1 o'clock and go till, I don't know, maybe 6 or something like that, 6 or 7.
Yeah.
And then you shut her down. And we're going to have a kind of a pre-event party. And it's just for people who fly in on Friday night. I don't want them to fly in on Friday night and be in a strange town and not know anybody or know anywhere to go. So we do a little pre-event party,
That's awesome.
Yeah, and it's really just, a room there, and they have a cocktail waitress that comes to the room, and if you want to order something or whatever. But I think we're actually going to do that outside on the patio, so that people can smoke and drink there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But now, of course, on Monday, which will be the 7th, September 7th, that's Labor Day. That's Labor Day.
Yeah.
So the beautiful part about it is, it's on Saturday and Sunday, and on Monday, it's not like you have to be at work or you have this thing to do or that thing to do, because hell, that's one of the biggest national holidays there is. So
yeah, makes it easier for traveling.
Yeah. So if you take Friday off and then fly Friday, you know what I mean. Even if you went to work and you went to the airport, you know what I mean, after work and flew in. So it's still going to be an easy weekend for you. So
yeah,
and that to me, that's the beauty of the whole thing. And Sacramento has kind of become a hub in California for airlines, really.
Oh yeah, it's an international airport.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have 2 terminals now.
It used to be that to get to California, you had to fly into San Francisco or you had to fly into L.A.
Yeah.
And then you took smaller jets, to wherever you wanted to go, Fresno, Sacramento, Bakersfield, whatever. Even San Diego, you had to go into L.A. and then go to San Diego. But now you fly to Sacramento.
Yeah.
I just think that's pretty cool,
Yeah. What's crazy is I have taken a flight from Sacramento to San Francisco before, and the whole process of doing that, I could have driven there quicker. Right. Getting through security, onto the plane, and then out and getting my bag, I could have driven there in like half the time.
The problem you had was there's nowhere to park your car.
That's true. That's true.
Once you get there, hey.
Yep.
So it's bizarre, isn't it? So that's like in New York, the reason people don't own cars is because to get a place to park the car, it costs you like $1,200-$1,300 a month.
Yeah.
So you're going, damn, and it's not like it's right outside your house. You know what I mean? You usually got to walk 2 or 3 blocks to get to where you park your car.
Yeah. Yeah, that's if I was to own any sort of property in San Francisco, I would turn it into a parking garage. I think that's where the money's at in San Fran.
Yeah. Leah's friend Batty, he came last year. He says he has already booked his room for this year.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. But it should be a lot of fun. You know, I know Ice Poseidon and Volt said they were coming, and they were even going to bring some of their friends, you know.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I've talked to, I don't know, 10 or 12 streamers, and every one of them said they wanted to come, you know. So
Yeah.
I'm glad you want to, too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely. I was bummed because I started getting back like onto Twitch and like watching your guys' streams right before. It was like a month before, so like planning wise, it didn't work too well.
Yeah.
But now, I have time to prepare and plan it. So, but I was kind of bummed I wasn't able to go last year.
You know, today you came and helped me kill Bando, so I appreciate it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's nice of you.
Though that getting in that instance with you guys put me over 3,000 Bandos kills, so that was cool.
Yeah.
Hit that 3K threshold.
What sign are you? You're
I am a
zodiac sign.
Gemini.
Gemini, huh?
I'm a Gemini.
Now, you told me your birthday earlier, but to be honest, I forgot. When's your birthday?
June 17th.
And you're a Gemini, huh? You might be the only Gemini I think I've ever met.
I think Will's a Gemini.
Really?
I think so. I remember June. I remember he saying he had a June birthday.
I've never heard him say, I'm a Gemini before. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I really haven't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's bizarre.
Yeah.
And, you know, I never worry about forgetting his birthday because he starts letting you know about it about 3 months ahead of time, you know?
Yeah. I'm the same way. Same way. This last birthday, though, was probably the most chill birthday I've had. Like, normally I'm renting out, you know, booths at bars or clubs or whatever. But this year it was just like, me and my girlfriend just kind of sat around all day. And then we went out to dinner and hung out. And it was nice. It was awesome. So,
You know, I've said to Leah Adorable about 20 times, I'd sure like to have you on my talk show, you know?
Oh, yeah.
And she, you know, she never says, okay, I'll do it, and this is the date, you know what I mean? So, yeah. Put a little pressure on her, you know?
Oh, yeah.
So,
I think you should do it, Leah Adorable.
yeah, I do too, you know? She'd be fun to sit and talk with, you know? I think Max should do it too, you know?
Yeah.
Anyway, I flew all over the world, and I lived in all over the world. I lived in India for 5.5 years.
Yeah.
And do you ever have a desire to live somewhere else besides the United States?
Right now, I kind of call myself, there's a lot of Californians moving out of state. So I've been like thinking what it would be like to live in another state. But as far as like country, I think India would be cool to visit. But I would honestly say like Ireland kind of area or Europe.
Yeah, I think you're
If
right.
I was to move, or even Canada, you know. But I've been joking about all these Californians that they're moving to Texas or Idaho and kind of taking over.
Yeah.
I've been calling them California refugees.
Yeah. Well, you know, they're leaving because of that 13% income tax.
Oh yeah.
You know, state
Yeah.
tax. Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, that's
tax is
unbelievable.
ridiculous out here.
I mean, you pay your regular income tax like everybody else. Then you pay 13% more, you know?
Yeah, just for being Californian.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a joke that I saw on Facebook. It was like living in California, and it's like just waking up in the morning, and it's like California's like 90 just for waking up.
Yeah. Well, it's important you pay that 13%. Otherwise,
Yep.
how are all these dope addicts going to get their needles, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
I mean, that's true, right?
they can get their needles and their
that's
free
part
health
of
care.
yeah, that's part of the that's where part of the money
Free health
goes.
care.
Giving those guys, they pass out needles free to them, you know.
Yeah.
And you know what? They ought to be giving them condoms, not needles. You know what the hell? You know, that's the last thing you
I
need is
think
them guys breeding. You know.
I think those should be free anyways.
Yeah.
Like, especially in California, we're way overpopulated.
Well, I read the other day where an average over the last 3 years, California's losing 800 people per day.
Hmm.
Now that's a lot of people for your population to be going down. You know.
Yeah, yeah. Honestly, I think we should try and raise that number because traffic is still pretty ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's like no matter how much they expand the freeways, like they'll add 2 lanes or 3 lanes to like all the big freeways inside. This is just Sacramento, not even talking about San Fran or LA.
Yeah.
But no matter how much they expand them, it'll still take you an hour to drive 12 miles. So between the hours of 4 p.m. and like 7 p.m., I'm not driving anywhere.
Well, you know, it surprised me when I looked at a map how small San Francisco actually is. You know.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's just a little peninsula, so it's not going to grow east or west or north. That's for sure. Okay.
Yeah.
And it's blocked off by other cities to the south, so it's never going to grow anymore.
Yep.
And the bottom line really is it's about 4 miles by 4 miles. You know.
The San Francisco 49ers are even in San Francisco. They're in, what is it? Is it Santa Clarita? Santa Clara?
Santa Clara, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. So they're not even from San Francisco.
Now, have you ever gone down to the Santa Cruz Beach?
Oh yeah, I love Santa Cruz. Santa Cruz is beautiful.
First time I ever went there, we graduated from high school.
Yeah.
And we went to the Santa Cruz Beach, you know.
Yeah.
And what we found out was our school district let out 1 week before their school district did.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of the places throughout the state. So it was cold and there was no one there.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what we did?
First time.
Hey,
What did you do?
We got jobs, okay?
Yeah.
I swear to you, yeah, and worked at a jobs, and so that we could stay for another week, you know.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I was a busboy in a little natural food restaurant, you know, in a dishwasher.
Oh,
you
nice.
know?
Right on.
But hey, you know, I wanted to stay for that week so we could actually be there for the big celebration of school letting out on Santa Cruz
Oh,
weekend,
yeah.
you know, yeah.
That's awesome.
And it was worth it too. I'm telling you right now, that place was packed with people who were, you know, 18 years old and just graduated from high school. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there was more gorgeous babes there than the law allowed. You know. and I hadn't gotten married yet, so you know what I mean.
Oh yeah.
I married my grammar school sweetheart. You know what I mean? So it was kind of neat.
That's awesome.
You know? Yeah, and believe me, it took a lot of butt kissing. When they got back from Santa Cruz, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because she was pretty pissed, you know?
Yeah. Oh, I bet.
You know how women are, you know?
The first time I went Santa Cruz was actually Ditch Day. Me and like, let's say about 10 other people from my class.
Uh-huh.
We just all piled into each other's cars and drove out to Santa Cruz for the day. Didn't tell anyone, or didn't tell any like parents or at school or anything.
Yeah.
But it was cool. Rode on all the rides.
Roach for
Checked out all
Real
the
says
cool spots.
Morocco is a pretty cool place too.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Morocco.
Well, look, hey, we've been sitting here chatting for about an hour and 15 minutes.
Oh yeah,
I really
that
had
went by quick.
Yeah. I really had a great time visiting with you. You're really a nice
Yeah, me
guy.
too.
You're a great streamer, and I recommend to anybody
appreciate that.
gets a chance. No, I just mean it. Like hell,
Yeah.
I know what your furniture used to be. That's how much I watch.
Yeah.
Okay? Hey, so that tells you something, right?
Yeah.
But it's really been nice visiting with you. I had a great
Likewise.
time, and you know I felt like I knew you real well, and you were a great guy before. But now I feel like I've known you forever, and you're my dear friend. If that makes sense.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So thanks a lot for coming on the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Hey,
Appreciate it.
Before we sign out, do me a huge favor And
Oh,
let's
yeah?
give him a big Yahoo. How does that
Oh.
feel to you? All right.
I don't know how loud it'll be, but I'll do it.
All right. On three. 1, 2, 3.
Yahoo!
All right,
Hell yeah, guys.
Hey, now look, we've been here with ZMFB for the last hour and 15 minutes. Thank you guys for showing up. Thank you guys for being here. We're going to be playing this video all night long on rerun. And, so if you've got any friends, tell them about the video and have them pop in and see it. We'll be playing it tomorrow a couple of times as a rerun, and then we're going to be posting it on our YouTube channel, which is Tony's Talk Show. Thank you guys for being here. I love you. ZMFB, all the luck in the world, my friend. Hell yeah. Hey, and have a great night. Yahoo!
Yahoo!
Good night, everyone.